Good morning, students. Welcome to my online class. We all are facing situation of global pandemic COVID-19. In this phase of difficulty, VKCU took an attempt to support students by digital platform. Today, I will discuss different types of stabilizing forces present in biomolecules, which will be studied under Unit 3, Core Course 7 of Semester 2. Basically, there are three types of usual bonds: covalent bond, electrostatic bond, and coordinate bond. First of all, let's come to covalent bond. First of all, we have to discuss why atoms tend to form bond. The basic thing is that each and every atom and even molecule need their stability. And stability of atom depends on sharing and donation of electrons. Simply, as we studied in primitive classes, each and every atom try to form its octet or duet to stabilize its native form. Basically, covalent bond is formed between two atoms by sharing of electrons. However, it may be polar or non-polar type. If two atoms having same electrostatic electronegativity difference form covalent bond, it will be non-polar. But when the covalent bond is formed between electropositive and electronegative element, then polar covalent bond may be formed, which may induce partial charge over atoms. So, covalent bond plays major role in the formation of molecule, stabilization of molecule, and even biomolecule. After that, when we consider electrostatic bond, that is ionic bond, it is formed between two ions, in which cation, which has positive charge, tend to get electron from electronegative element, through which electrons are donated to electropositive element, and the electrostatic bond is formed. It means electrostatic bond is formed between two ions having different polarity. And simply we can say due to surplus and absence of electrons over that. After that, when we discuss coordinate bond, then in coordinate bond there should be a electronegative element having lone pair, and this lone pair will be donated to electropositive element or any element to stabilize or to complete its octet or duet. So these are usual type of bonds present in a living system and chemical system as well. Apart from these usual bonds and interactions, other interactions are also found in biomolecule. Major stabilizing forces in biomolecules are non-covalent in nature. Basically, they include van der Waal and hydrophobic interactions. Let's come to non-covalent interactions like hydrophobic forces, hydrogen bonding, and van der Waal forces. What is hydrophobicity? Hydrophobicity is the property of molecule. Basically, hydrophobic means fear from water. Some substances have polar part, some have non-polar part, some have both. Such substances having both polar and non-polar part are sometimes called as amphiphilic or amphipathic. However, hydrophobic part, the non-polar part, tend to move away from water when it is suspended in polar or water, polar solvent or water. They tend to minimize their surface area to prevent their distortion in water, so that different type of non-polar molecule tend to come together, they clump together, This type of interaction is called hydrophobic interaction. This is one of the most stabilizing forces of plasma membrane, biomolecule, and even nucleic acid. After that, when we consider hydrogen bonding, then we must know what is dipole. Dipole is the phase in which two atoms are bonded having different electronegativity difference and appear with partial positive and partial negative charge, that is delta plus and delta minus charge. So that when hydrogen is attached with oxygen, nitrogen, fluorine like electronegative element, then it appears with partial positive charge, that is delta plus. So this hydrogen will try to form a weak bond with other electronegative element within same molecule or with different molecule. This interaction is called hydrogen bonding. It is the type of dipole interaction. The partially charged hydrogen attract electronegative element within same molecule or different molecule. This is a weak interaction, however, it is one of the major stabilizing forces present in DNA. Hydrogen bonds are present between nitrogenous bases. However, it is weak bond, but number is so large in nucleic acid, so nucleic acid is stable, particularly DNA. Finally, we come to the final non-covalent interaction, that is van der Waals interaction. It is one of the weakest type of interaction developed between uncharged atoms, which are same or similar with respect to electronegativity difference. Why a question arises that why an atom becomes electropositive or electronegative. Basically, when the electronegativity difference between two atoms is more than 1.7, then they form polar electrostatic bond or polar bond. And when the electronegativity difference between two atoms is less than 1.7, then it will be definitely covalent. Van der Waals interaction is the weak interaction, the weakest type of interaction, sometimes called as London forces. Basically, we all know that like charges repel and different charges attract each other. But apart from these usual or basic concepts, we have to know each and every atom has its own nuclei having proton with positive charge. So this nuclei will attract rotating or revolving electrons in the orbit of other atom which may be polar, non-polar, similar type, but the nuclei of an atom may attract revolving electron, so that even like charges come together. Even similar type of atom like hydrogen, two hydrogen atom will come together, two chlorine atom will come together. So the attractive force between like atoms, like charges, is sometimes called as van der Waals forces. However, when they come closer, then repulsive force overcome the attractive force and they move out. So the van der Waals radii is the largest type of radii. There are three types of van der Waals forces: dipole-dipole interaction, dipole-induced dipole interaction, induced dipole interaction. First one is dipole-dipole interaction. Simply we can assume there are two carbonyl group, that is carbon bonded with oxygen. Carbonyl group has its own polarity due to electronegativity difference. So a positive charge and negative charge will develop within dipole, within carbonyl molecule. Carbon appears with delta positive charge and oxygen appear with delta negative charge. So when two carbonyl atom come together, that is called dipole-dipole interaction. Second one is dipole-induced dipole interaction. Let's consider carbonyl group attracting with methyl group. Methyl group has no polarity. Basically, electronegativity difference between carbon hydrogen is very less and almost similar. But when methyl group comes in contact with carbonyl group, then under the influence of oxygen, a partial positive charge develops over methyl group, hydrogen of the methyl group. So the interaction between oxygen of carbonyl group and hydrogen of methyl group is called induced dipole interaction. Third one is induced dipole interaction. Similarly, when two methyl group come together and the attractive force between them is definitely the attractive force developed due to nuclei and electron revolving. So the interaction between two methyl group is called induced dipole interaction.